fucking conspiracy theorist, but I am. And so this falls in line. What the fuck is this shit? What is this? This is not fun.
People put Baal. Some people put Zeus. Most people probably put the devil. But let me ask you a question. Is there anywhere, I challenge someone to go find somewhere in the Bible where the devil is described as a humanoid being with two horns on his head with the red skin. You won't find it because many of you have been misled. You see, we live in a backwards world where left is right and right is left. In the Old Testament, there is no one scene. And the Son of God who has that title is Yahweh's servant. Why has no one taught you this? Why aren't they teaching you this in church? It's because these beings are even more real than they would like you to believe. The statue behind me is the concept art for a statue of Yahweh. That's right, the God of the Bible. But many of you are thinking, didn't Yahweh say don't build any statues of him? Something like that, but not for the reasons you think. You see, all the gods are real, and there's a way to track them throughout time and history. This is called abstract history.
One of our brothers has fucked up so bad, and this might be the reason why they're trying to make him out as being psycho. You need to watch this next clip very closely because he reveals a lot of information.
Waking up with a hard is very, very good health signs. That's why.
Good for myself. Though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At 39 and you got morning wood, that's pretty good. That means you got a lot of testosterone. And the more testosterone a man have, the longer he lives because it increases blood flow. So to gauge your health off of morning wood will show you that you have a bunch of testosterone and your blood circulation is properly flowing. So morning wood is a sign that your testosterone levels are high and that you have a pretty good cardiovascular flow. You can actually get surgery on your but you can take certain, type of things like Viagra and blue dolphin pills and stuff like that, but it wears and tears on the cardiovascular system and it wears and tears on the volumetric pressure of the body, so you can go blind off these things because you're building up too much pressure in the body when you can just do it.
Really 555 as I'm doing this, but I gotta do this. I don't think y'all are understanding the magnitude of what the fuck is actually happening during this holiday season. The Pope, the authority, your authority over the Christian religion, is doing a fucking ritual in Lucifer's tomb to open a portal. Y'all just skimming through this like it ain't fucking happening. This is real. Rituals are fucking real. This is the only generation that does not recognize that magic is a real fucking thing. Y'all play and do kitchen magic trying to keep the motherfucking niggas with y'all, but y'all don't want to acknowledge that the authoritative figure over the Christian religion is doing a fucking ritual to open a portal. And they have to tell you, and by you acknowledging that it's happening and not speaking out against it is accepting it. I officially speak out against this shit. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? We, the collective consciousness, do not consent to a portal being opened anytime in Lucifer's tomb by anyone or anything. Furthermore, how the fuck y'all know where Lucifer's tomb is? And why the fuck y'all ain't tell us y'all had it?
Red blood is purged out. And here it is right here. Now, I'm going to show you something. This is skin. That's what skin looks like. And on the inside of skin, you see what I have? That's that rusty looking stuff that you see there. You see it? And there's the black looking stuff, because what happens is as the red oxygenated blood gets used and moves across, it turns black as the ace of spades and then gets sucked back up to be reoxygenated. Now, this is the inside fleshy part, and that is the skin, and that is the skin thickness of this very small piece. Now, the dots I said there are these dots right here. You see that? That is a fingertip or a toe, I'm not sure which. But it comes down here. They separate right off like that. And then it comes down, and then one side, this would be the vein side, I believe. and the arterial side blows out. And that is the skin investments that lock the surface layer of skin. Well, not the surface layer, actually. That's the second layer. Now, this one here, you see this one here? You see the top layer? I don't know if you see the dots on there. A little more you can probably see it. But that is a fingertip. And it has eroded. And you see the little tip on the end, that little dot on the end? You see that? That is what's called the apical tuft. It's right here. Apical tuft. Go to any anatomist, they'll tell you that's what it is. And that sits right at the tip of a fingertip. So that's what's called a distal phalangeal fingertip. No, and you know, I have mud fossils. They turn into meat. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal what can happen. And of course, the complete articulation of bones and organs and lungs and hearts and kidneys and everything. You see that? That's where a ligament invests. You see those little tiny holes in there? There's a ligament balls to go in there, and then there's little tiny straps that come over and hold the other bone tight against there so it can't get away. And then there's all these other holes up here, which and on the sides are for your ligaments, your tendons to pull your bones back and forth in your muscles. It's absolutely incredible. But anyway, this is my evidence to prove what I'm saying. And you can see the dots I'm talking about. You see the blood investment. You see all that stuff. It's coming out of his face and out of his mouth in that area, which is kaolin clays. You can see the colors there. Colors are very, very, very indicative of what the chemical composition is. And that chemistry, and look at his other thigh. Look at this. His other thigh, he's got an arterial, look at that. It's gushing blood out of his thigh. Now, that's not just an accident. This is no accident. This guy was real. Now, apparently he had some kind of a cloak or skin or something over him, and wherever the blood issued out here, it glued onto that fabric or whatever it is. I don't know what it was. But from what I can find here, I can find nothing that I can dispute. So that's just what it is what I can say.
Infection in the chicken. The Mexicans are the ones that's doing it. So I was like, okay, fine. I won't eat the chicken. I'm going to throw the 2 breasts away. So as I'm laying there, I'm still hearing it repeatedly. So honestly, I'm laying and I'm waiting on like the Lord to tell me like what to do with the message or whatever. I didn't want to just jump up and start sharing it and things of that nature. So I'm laying there and I'm laying on my left side and I literally feel like 2 hands pushing me in the back. So I said, okay, Lord, is this a thing of like urgency? Like, is this time sensitive? And then I hear him say yes. So then as I went to start getting up, I started seeing a vision. It was a man in the car. Now, it wasn't me because the inside of the car was like 10 and his voice was different. And he was saying the same thing. He was like, look, it's an infection in the chicken. The infection is in the chicken. They putting the infection in the chicken. The Mexicans are the ones that's doing it. And then God transferred me from that vision to a vision of me standing in my kitchen. And I had cut the chicken breast open. So what got me was it showed the same paper plates in the vision that we actually got. So I jump up, I go in the kitchen, and like I said, I bought the chicken breast on the 31st. I go in there, I get the chicken out the refrigerator. Now, when God showed me the vision of the chicken being cut open on the table, to be honest, when I went in there, I thought that I was going to see something in the chicken when I cut the chicken open. So, I grabbed the knife or whatever, I cut both of the chicken breasts open and I didn't see anything. So I jabbed around it a little bit. Excuse me. It did look a little darker than normal or whatnot, but I didn't see anything specific. And even in the process of that, I just kept hearing like, there's an infection in the chicken. There's an infection in the chicken. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to share the message, Lord. Now, before I even posted this video, the first thing was this, and no diss to my mother, but my mother is a Jehovah's Witness, and sometimes we don't agree upon, with the way that I perceive stuff, like with God giving me messages and things of that nature, So I was praying to God. I said, look, Lord, me and her, we don't see eye to eye sometimes with things. I said, but I need to tell her this. So I said, Lord, I want you to show me a sign. Give me a sign if I should tell this to my mother. If I should notify her about this, and let her know, don't eat any chicken or whatnot. So then as I'm, getting my clothes, about to get dressed and everything, the Lord showed me a vision and like literally exactly what to say to her. So I said, you know what? That's my sign. Now, when I prayed, I had told God, I said, look, if you just give me the sign, like I'm gonna go. Like I don't care, how it happens. I'm gonna go. And like I said, literally, he showed me a vision telling me what to say and everything. And I approached her and I told her about it. And so happened, she was just so calm. It was like, oh, okay. And then not only that, but I called my sister, and she my sister in real life, but also I call her my spiritual sister because she feel me in the spirit. And I called her, I said, man, look, boss, I just want to let you know, like, God gave me this word, and don't eat the chicken. And she was like, oh, okay. So when I was explaining it to her and I was telling her, I said, I kept hearing, the infection is in the chicken. And I say, what really sparked me to pay attention to it for real was, it said, don't eat the chicken that you was going to make the fajitas with. The infection is in the chicken. And she was like, what you say, boss? I said, yeah, we got the chicken breast and we was going to make fajitas. She was like, I'm really on to you. And I asked her why. She said she bought chicken breast too. Well, she was taking out chicken today for the specific reason of making chicken fajitas as well. So then I did a little running around and whatnot, and then I prayed to God again. I said, look, Lord, if you want me to share this message, then I want you to give me a sign and let me know when to share it and on what platforms that you want me to share it on. So I'm gonna say this: if you on one of the platforms that this is being shared on and you so happen to see this message, then I take it as you really blessed because God wanted you to see this message. Now, here's the other thing. When God give you a word, that don't mean that it's going to happen today, tomorrow, or the next day. But he gave the warning. Don't eat the chicken.
I don't know, you might not be used to this kind of atmosphere, but what you're feeling right now is the presence of God. And he doesn't need perfect people. He just wants to use average, ordinary, broken people like us, I'm tired of religion, I'm tired of religion. I'm tired of division. I just want to know what it looks like to love people, I want to know that Jesus who goes to where the broken people are, No one's got it together, But we do got a hope. And his name is Jesus, and he's changed my life. He's changed my life.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
50 is the penguin on a diet.
Oh,
Curtis?
you can find him in the club.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. So let me ask you, when Pierce...
Hopefully not at Coco Pele.
Damn.
I got somebody looking for you there.
Damn.
I know you're tight, Curtis. You gonna fall for one of my niggas real soon. See if you figure out which one.
Oh my God.
Grand awakening to the guys and goddesses. Grand awakening to the guys and goddesses. I was on a flight from LA to Orlando and I couldn't sleep. Everybody on the plane started yelling and screaming. So I woke up, I lifted up my window, and this is what I saw. I seen a huge skeleton destroying a city. I don't know what city we was over, but I seen that huge skeleton destroying it. I didn't panic because I know I have an understanding what the elites try to do. That was either a hologram or that was either the real thing. Either way, the elites are trying to get us. They're using fear tactics to get us. You see, if that wasn't real, they're using their hologram program to see how we react. Fear lowers your vibration. So they used that hologram over that city because they wanted to scare the city, and they also wanted to scare the rest of the passengers that was on the flight with me. But I had to give them an understanding that that was just a hologram. We got to keep our third eye open. And we can't let the holograms fool us. No side, no sleep. Share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Start You TV, just in case they take this video down. We must spread this knowledge to the people. We must experience a grand awakening.
We allowed to have a foreign policy when we are violating the policies here. What do you mean the immigrants are getting a check and we're putting them up in places that what? You mean in the homeless people's face? Like, right? Let us show you what we could have done. Wow.
You got high vibration. Number one, people gonna stare at you. Kids gonna like you. Animals feel safe around you. Strangers tell you their life stories. The room energy begin to shift when you walk in. You irritate toxic people by being authentic. People envy you and you don't even know why. Straight up.